Hello and welcome to a new series on the channel. We're going to be checking out this new game called Loop Hero. This game was developed by a company called 4 Quarters and has been published by Devolver. The TLDR, the too long didn't read, flavor text on Devolver's website reads as this. The Lich has thrown the world into a timeless loop and plunged its inhabitants into never-ending chaos. Wield an expanding deck of mystical cards to place enemies, building, and terrain along each unique expedition loop for the brave hero. So Loop Hero is a very interesting game, and I've been looking forward to it for the last couple of weeks here. It is complicated. There's a lot of stats happening and a lot of percent changes and things such as that. So I'm going to try and be very concise and straightforward in trying to explain everything, and I'm going to try and be slow in the way I talk so it's easy to see. I've changed the font on the screen so it's a little easier to read. This is the default. So I'm trying to make this as viewer-friendly as possible, and if you have any advice after the first couple episodes or the first episode, let me know in the comments, and I'm happy to make changes. Let's get into this. The stars in the sky are going out one by one. But no one notices it, no one can stop it. I'm racing to the last place where there is still hope. I need to make it before it is too late. Sounds of agony will quickly fade. The world will be destroyed. Even the memory of it will be gone. And even if there is absolutely no chance of bringing it all back, there will always be someone who is willing to do the impossible. In a place without space, without time, without memories. Where am I? I can't see anything except this path. My head is killing me. I remember only a skeleton with a staff in the sky. This darkness was coming from him. Did he destroy everything around here? Just standing here won't do me any good, I guess. Okay, so this is going to be the tutorial for us here. To change between adventure, traveling through the map, and planning, stop modes, press the switch, right-click, or space. Continue your journey by changing the game mode. You got it. So our character is going to run around in circles around this map here. And basically every time we get past the campfire, that's not true. Every time we fill this bar up here, the game gets a little more difficult, I believe. Or maybe it's the campfire. One of the two. Hopefully I'll be able to find some shelter before nightfall. If such thing as a night still even exists without a sky, I suppose. That sentence confused me a little bit, but I made it work. Okay, pay attention to the day progress bar at the top of the screen. New enemies usually appear at the end of the day. Okay, that's this guy here. Continue your journey by changing the game mode. Got it. A living ball of slime. Quite a nuisance. They digest anything they can. Hey, I remember this creature. Maybe I just need to freshen up my memory and everything will go back to normal. Traveling, fighting, and most other actions are done automatically. The player can't affect them directly. Press anywhere to continue. So this is an auto battler, so I don't do anything in this phase. It's hard to fight with your bare hands. I think there's a weapon in the remains of this thing that's not fully digested. You have an inventory and an item slot. You know what to do. Equip an item to continue. I think I remember that there was a grove nearby. Are these even my memories, or do they belong to that slime? You can use cards that are left after defeating enemies to add various new objects to the map. That's what planning mode is for. Drag the card to a suitable space to remember the land. Okay. So a grove here, and you can see this on the right-hand side in that little red section. These are our current stats and what are currently we're capable of doing. Currently our damage is 7 to 11. But when we hover over something like this, it tells us what the card is and what it does. So a grove spawns a rat wolf every 2 days. the wolf can move to an adjacent tile. Now continue your journey. So it'll probably spawn a rat wolf. Well, we might not make it to full 2 days by then. We did. There it is. Come on, baby. Forest rat wolf. I was right. Some emotional stress, a few colorful images, and a bit of adrenaline, and everything will be forgotten like a bad dream. Or remembered as a bad... Damn. It's good that nobody is listening. What a joke. You can get new items and cards during battle as you've probably already noticed, some items have unique abilities, as do most of the cards. By hovering over an item or card, you can inspect its properties. Yes. Equip a new weapon and place a new card on the map to continue. So when we hover over this weapon, it'll tell us, it'll show us the weapon we currently have equipped up top, and right next to the weapon we're looking at, it'll tell us that. So this has the same damage, but it gives us a 9% chance of evasion, and you'll see that change down in the bottom red section when we equip this. So now we have 7 to 11 damage, but we also have 9% evasion chance. So this forest, plus 1% hero attack speed. And forests, there are kind of 2 different kinds of cards, I guess. There are places and remembrances, or whatever you want to call them, that can only be placed outside the map, and there are some that can only be placed inside the map. So, for example, this grove earlier affects how our map acts, and this is just like an overall upgrade to our character. Plus 1% hero attack speed. So now over here we have 1% attack speed as well. You can get new items and cards during battle. Oh, you also want me to do the rock as well, huh? Okay, let's check out this rock first. Plus 2 HP, plus 2 more HP for every adjacent rock or mountain. So we do not want to place this next to here. To maximize our HP, I would imagine we're gonna place these away from the forest. Great, so there's a mountain over there, and here's a forest. The world is just like new. The branches and stones in my backpack are a sure sign of that. Some of your actions will yield resources that you will need later on, but not right now. But that shouldn't stop you from looking at them right now. Continue your journey by changing the game mode. Fantastic. It's such a pretty game as well. All the pixel art is so great, and like the UI is designed really well. It looks really nice. I think it's time to get some rest. Okay. The game itself is a journey on a looped path. Only you will decide when it's time for the hero to return to the camp. Either you or the fangs and claws of your enemies, of course. You can retreat almost any time, but a special animation will let you know when it's safer to do so. Retreat to the camp by pressing the button. So if we're on the campfire and we retreat, we get to keep all our resources. If we retreat when we're not at the camp, I think we keep like 40% of our resources or something like that. The thought of leaving the battlefield and going back to your cozy camp has passed through your mind. What a timely idea. The camp is just around the corner. Okay, so I think that's kind of the tutorial, but we also have a home base here that offers different kinds of upgrades and changes. It's cold and dark here. A small fire can solve both of these problems. Nice place to set up camp. This is when all resources you've gathered will come in handy. Who would have thought? You have just enough wood and stones to make a campfire. What a nice coincidence. Build a campfire using the building function while in a camp. Press the build button, select the campfire, and place it. You got it. Congratulations, you've beaten this annoying tutorial. You can now start your first expedition or not. Do as you wish. Click anywhere to complete the tutorial. So let's do an expedition here. I don't think we have much choice in much of anything here, and we're just going to let this roll. This path, everything is wrong, but I remember. It looks like a completely different place, and it's empty again. Do my actions have any meaning? Like I have a choice. If I need to give up and cry to save the world, I'm the worst savior of all. Let's do it. So I haven't played any of this game before starting this recording. I just opened the game and changed a couple of settings, but I have watched a few hours of content from the demo and some pre-release stuff. So let's pause here. this magic ring, or this ring, magic damage 2, defense 2, evasion 4% chance. So that just seems like straight up an upgrade, and 4 more defense. It'll get a little more complicated once specific items give different stats, and you're gonna want to maximize a certain stat for maximum efficiency. But for now, we're just kind of equipping whatever we can get. Max HP plus 86, and you can see our max HP right here. And let's check out our cards here. So we have a Meadow. Heals 2 HP at the start of the day. So let's do like a little Meadow Grove down here. And I don't think it matters if they're connected, but we might as well do it, right? Plus 5 HP for each adjacent rock or mountain. And we might as well do this. I think there's some like synergies with the way you place certain cards on the map. Beacon, I'm not totally sure how beacons work. A worthless landmark in a world with no direction. Plus 40% movement speed within its range. Plus 20% attack speed for all units. Interesting. So basically the attack speed kind of evens out, right? So you're basically just getting 40% movement speed within its... I mean, we might as well like do it here. If we are attacking 20% faster as well as the enemies, I don't think that really makes any difference, right? It's arbitrary. But the movement speed seems good. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe that's not how it works. And then let's place another rock right here. I'm guessing that this just makes the loops move a little faster. It just saves us a little time. I say as I pause the game. Cemetery. Spawns a skeleton every 3 days. Okay, so you might ask, like, why would you put down items that are going to make the game harder for yourself? The answer to that is harder enemies drop better loot. So if you don't get good enough loot, you are going to die. So you have to strike a balance between placing landmarks that are going to make the game harder for yourself, but also not killing yourself. And let's do another meadow down here. I think there's something you can do where like you place a meadow next to a mountain and it becomes like a fertile meadow or something. Not totally sure how it works though. And those things that are coming out are our resources. I just clicked this bag to be able to see the resources here. Okay, a battlefield. I do not know what this does. Spawns a chest at the start of each loop. Enemies on adjacent tiles can become ghosts. I'm not totally sure. Ghosts must be bad, right? So we probably want this to be on as little tiles as possible, which I would imagine is like a corner. Like that's 2. 2's probably the least we can get, and I probably want it away from our skeleton camp for now. So let's put it up here. See, there's a lot of like little nuances to this game that you kind of have to manage. So magic damage 2, damage to all 2. So this is just a straight up upgrade, and this is a downgrade. And that there's also little helpful tooltips there. Right next to the numbers, you can see right next to our shield, next to the 3, there's a down arrow, which means it's just worse. So we're not going to take that. And when you don't take items, eventually they stack up and fill up your inventory, and then whatever the new item is, it cycles out the old item, and you get resources for it. And we'll place some mountains right after this, up by the other mountains. Awesome. Game's got a great soundtrack as well, so we got a chest up there. So I don't think I noticed this before when I was watching other people's content, but there's a little blue bar right under your health bar that shows when you're about to attack. So we didn't spawn any... There's a skeleton there. Well, so this little blue bar, I think, shows when you're about to attack. Oh, and if you hover over someone, it automatically pauses the battling. That's really cool. I didn't know that. It's just a very well-polished game. And there's a lot of, like, interesting things that come later as well. We can change what cards go into our deck to build kind of our own deck. You can unlock different classes that play differently. And I want to get to all that. I think this game is gonna be big. I think a lot of people are gonna really enjoy this game. So we got a chest. I'm not totally sure how the chest mechanic works. Looks like it just gives us some treasure, some loot. So this is better. It's better defense, and it also gives regen per second and evasion. So we're gonna equip that. This is also better and gives magic damage and attack speed. And then let's place some of this stuff. So the Grove spawns a rat wolf every 2 days. Let's put that here, I guess. Meadows will just keep pogging down here. Grove, there's not really... I mean, maybe we should keep them together, or maybe we shouldn't. I don't really know. Maybe we should keep them far apart so we don't have to fight 2 rat wolves at once. I guess that might be my guess here. Vampire Mansion adds vampires to battles on adjacent tiles. I don't think I want a ton of vampires because I believe vampires are pretty hard. So let's throw it down like right here. Let's do another rock and another meadow. And as you can see, the more cards we put down, this bar right under the daylight bar fills up. And this is the boss bar. So let me read what it says there. Map completion. When this bar is filled, the boss of this chapter will appear on the campfire tile. And if you beat the boss, you get a bunch of resources and progress the story, I believe. I've only ever seen the first boss. I've seen up to the first boss, and then past that I haven't really seen much. I don't know if I want another vampire mansion, do I? That sounds kind of spicy. I don't know what a cemetery do. Oh, we've got a cemetery there. So let's put... I don't know, man. Let's put another cemetery here. I think this is going to require a lot of learning. And then let's do this. I just don't really know if we should be doubling up, like, on enemy tiles. Like, is it better to fight multiple enemies on one tile or not? Back off, human. A vampire. Where are your lands? If your farmers need help, I would be glad to offer it. No more lands, no more flock. Only hundreds of years of emptiness. Hundreds. And hundreds of years of hunger. Save yourself while you still can. I don't know how long I will be able to keep my head straight. What hundreds of years are you talking about? Your mind is easy to trick, but you can't trick my hunger. It demands its share. Every sip, every drop of blood will go to satiate it. I'm too weak, but you can help me, and I will set this crumbled world right. I'm doing this not for just myself, but for everyone, in the name of good. Be grateful for my hard work and just let me bleed you dry. That's interesting. So he wants our blood so he can save the world. And there's a lot of like little fun dialogue like that throughout the whole game. I think we're going to beat him no problem, yeah. Vampires often owned our lands. They kept the peace and helped our settlements to prosper. But this won't do it all. Now they are just pale shadows of their former selves, both physically and mentally. Apparently, the blood of other creatures can't sustain them. He wasn't joking about hunger. Even the creatures that stand near him are imbued with the power to devour someone else's life. Okay, let's pause here and look at a couple loot. This is just better. Can I like right click it? I was wondering if I could just like automatically equip it some way. Oh, sorry, pause the game. Vampirism 9%. So I wish this explained exactly what vampirism does. Is that just lifesteal? I would imagine vampirism means lifesteal. So do we like 9% vampirism or magic damage and damage better? I think we like a little bit of lifesteal personally. And I think that's it for those. Another battlefield. I think that would be good. But if I can avoid it, I don't want any ghosts, I don't think. I don't really think ghosts are positive. I believe spiders are good because they're easy. And yet they give good loot, so let's just do something like that. Another meadow. Another grove. Let's do the grove here. A little bit away from the campfire. And then this Oblivion card. Erases any established tiles. Erases monsters from the road. So you can use it for multiple things. And it's good to hang on to those. So these skeletons are kind of tough here. We're not doing very much damage. We're taking a good amount and not doing a great amount. Do I not have a sword equipped? What happened to my sword? Did I, like, yeet it somehow? That's weird. Huh. Alright, well, let's hope we get a new one soon. Alright, throw some more mountains down, I guess. So this became like a something special. I don't really know. Is there a way to look? Mountain Peak. A stone giant could support the sky itself if it weren't already gone. Plus 120 HP, plus 5% plus 5 additional HP for every adjacent mountain/rock tile. Spawns a harpy every 2 days. Okay. But now I believe you can put a meadow next to these and then become like a fertile meadow. Yeah. Blooming meadow. Flowers get a feel for the world and bloom with pleasant smells. Heals 3 HP at the start of every day. So it's better to put these next to these mountain peaks. I don't totally understand, but we're figuring it out. That sword predicament really made us take a lot of damage. We had a sword before, right? Am I crazy? I have no idea, honestly. I don't really know if I want any more skeletons. I'll hold on to that for now, and we'll decide later. 2 of these rat wolves could be bad for us. Got a rock and a meadow card. It looks like we're making a little bit of our health back, but we're definitely not like breaking even. Let's see here. So this provides a lot of armor, and this gives a little bit of defense, a little bit of damage. I'm going to take the HP, I think. And let's check the shield. Defense 9, evasion 9%. Fantastic. Got another rat wolf here. Rodent of unusual size. So we got another beacon. I mean, we might as well, right? Am I crazy to just make the game move a little bit faster? I don't really see any reason why not. I don't totally understand the benefit of beacons right now. It just seems beneficial to kind of surround this mountain peak to me. So we got a slime and a rat wolf on the same tile here. I think we heal a bit when we go around the campfire, so we'll have to check that out. Another vampire mansion. Not totally sure if I want another one of those right now. Maybe, though. I'm probably expecting to lose this run. I mean, we could retreat, like, now, but I don't think we want to do that. Do we want another vampire mansion? That could get so spicy. Let's do it. Let's see what happens. So you do heal a bit when you ring around the rosy. Huh, so we didn't fight any vampires. Adds vampires to battles on adjacent tiles. Okay, I see. Stop. Where did these goblins come from? I don't remember remembering you. We remembered ourselves. Now give us all you've got. You have no idea what's going on, right? Why don't you help me restore order in this world first, and then you can do anything you want. Goblin must rob. No other order in the world. Fair enough. Guess I don't have any valid objection here. Oh, wait, I do have one. How about wabam? Look at that. Wow. It's like one of those witty, you know, you want a knuckle sandwich lines? So the way vampires work, I believe, is that you have to have a battle on an adjacent tile for the vampire to show up. They don't just spawn on the overworld map. So we need to put, like, skeletons there, or maybe spider spawners next to those, or maybe rat wolf tiles, something like that. It's strange how these creatures appeared here on their own. Maybe it means everything is actually not so bad and that the world is trying to restore itself. Or even the apocalypse isn't enough to get rid of some pests. So we gotta fix this vampire situation down here, because we're not really getting any benefit from the vampire alley. We're definitely taking some heat here. Alright, let's see. Better damage, magic damage, and vampirism. Seems great. Attack speed plus 4%. Vampirism 1 less percent, and better evasion, so we gotta take that. Max HP is higher. Better shield, right? We'd lose a little evasion, but it'd double our defense, basically. So we're going to do that. And then I'm also going to take this. Perfect. And do we want to put a cemetery over here? Let's do it. I feel like a skeleton plus a vampire might be a little difficult, but it's really the only card we could put there right now. Not that we'll get back there for a while, but that's okay. If we get any more spiders, I'll probably put them down there, or maybe a rat wolf grove kind of thing. We got a chest coming up. Oh, we got more stuff. Better max HP plus counter. Worse max HP, a little bit of regen per second. Let's take this counter. I don't know. Hard decisions. Defense, a little bit of worse defense, but you get more damage to all, you get a little bit more counter, and you get a little regen. Let's take that. I'm not really sure what the colors mean. Okay, so this is a harpy. No. What do you mean, no? You want to save the world? You want to ask for help? Our answer is no. How did you... But why no? We see far away. We see deep inside. For a long time, there has been just emptiness instead of the sky. But it doesn't stop us from seeing. Your saving of the world is one-sided and naive. Each person sees their own way of saving the world. That's why no one will ever join you. Interesting. Fine, I don't fully understand it, but tell me your version. What does to save the world mean to you? That seems like a typo. My progeny and my kin. For them to be strong and to live. It's part of the cycle of life and death. It is life itself. It is the world. I will kill you and feed your remains to my starving younglings, and life will go on. How many lives does your blade give birth to by killing again and again? Only one. I don't want you or your children to die from starvation. Please, try to see reason. If my mission succeeds, harpies can have all the sky and all the hunting grounds they need. I can feed my children with your beautiful words. It's time to say goodbye. That's interesting dialogue, I guess. I guess it's just trying to iterate the fact that, you know, everyone's the center of their own world, of their own galaxy. Is that the phrase? I don't know. Feel awful. By fixing one evil, I'm becoming a source of another. Oh yeah. Yep, make it. Yep. There's no home for harpies except the highest mountains. But there's no food here. I can't imagine how they managed to survive if their mountains were cut from reality. So I think we're going to die soon. We're taking a lot of damage. So it might be in our best interest to retreat if we can make it back to the campfire here. Let's check out our loot situation. Okay, let's see here. Worse armor, worse sword, worse armor, worse ring. All right. Let's place a meadow down here and a mountain down here. And then the way a treasury works. Gives a random resource after placing anything on an adjacent tile. Can't be built adjacent to anything. So you have to build it somewhere solo and then surround it with stuff to get its benefits. But we don't have any cards to put next to it right now because I just put them over there. Probably shouldn't have done that, but it's fine. I think we're going to try and retreat when we make it back to the campfire here. And I think we can make it back to the campfire maybe. So, So let's place a rock here. And it gives us a little bit of stuff. But if you fully surround it, you get a bunch of stuff. Might as well place another beacon. I don't know. Spider cocoons we'll put over here. Not that it really matters right now, because I think we're going to retreat. Road lantern, what do you do? Decreases the maximum number of monsters on adjacent tiles. The effect of lanterns can stack. Let's do this, maybe? Or maybe here? Yeah, let's do here. That's hard because there are some places we want monsters to spawn, but not like tons of monsters, I guess. We're definitely going to make it to the campfire. We're doing good damage. I don't think we have a chance of making it like much farther. Do you think we could go one more loop? I think we might be able to make it one more loop. I think we can do it. So I believe I can place a treasury like this and then surround it, and the stuff in the middle counts for both. Let's go at least one more loop and see how it goes. What do you say? We got some HP back. I think we can make it at least one more. Does it really matter what I put next to it? Or should I focus on... I think I should do this. Mountains should go over here, and meadows should go over here for now, I think. Let's put this here. And once again, let me know if there's anything you would like me to, you know, enunciate or like present clearer. Like if I'm going too fast in any section or anything, and you're not keeping up with what's going on, let me know, and I'm happy to change. Okay, so we got a lot going on here, and I think we should Oblivion this square. We have another cemetery. I don't really want to put that down. Can I do this? Yes, diagonals count for treasuries. I don't think I want to put those other cards down yet. We took a lot of damage in Vampire Alley over there. Just make it back to the campfire. Let's just make it back to the campfire. Also, if you like the Loop Hero series and you want to see more of it, be sure to leave a like button. And let me know if you're going to pick it up, what games you're playing, if you're not playing Loop Hero right now. And, yeah. Oh, I haven't really been paying attention to loot, have I? So we got 2 weapons here. We've got damage 15 to 23, plus 10% vampirism, or a little bit higher damage. This has better damage. Attack magic damage plus 7%. What really is magic damage? I don't really understand. I think we want to go for the vampirism, right? Counter and attack speed could be good, but I think the vampirism is better for us right now. A little bit of life steal might keep us alive a little bit longer. This isn't great. Kill something, please. Thank you. We might not make it back. We might have to use some oblivions here. I think we can take this square. Maybe. Or is this going to be the end of us? Oh man. We'll take the chest. But after that we're gonna go hard on our oblivions. Okay, hold on. What do we got here? Attack speed, better, counter. Vampirism, we equip that. Okay. What are you? No way of knowing. We have 2 Oblivion cards. Nah, don't place the Grove. So, we could Oblivion this square. I think we should Oblivion the squares that have 2 things on them. Or maybe we should just do this. And hope we make it out alive. I doubt it, but... we got a little bit of healing from getting that new day. But I don't think we're going to make it, boys. It'll be real tight. I think if we have to fight any square that has 2 enemies on it, we're going to be totally fricked. We might... this could be our last rat wolf. We might make it. Oh, baby. We're going to do it. All right, let's get out of here. Let me do this real quick. Make sure we get as much stuff as we can. I think that's basically it. Okay, let's go. I can't believe it. Hey, everybody. The boy has managed to return. Survivors, does this mean I'm not alone anymore? Where did you come from? Is there still a place without darkness? We don't know where we came from, or we can't remember. These people you see are only a small part of what's left of the group, I think. You're not sure? We're not sure. We reached that conclusion because of the abandoned luggage and leftover daily rations. With each day, new signs of presence of people that, as far as everyone here knows, have never been with us. It's like we forgot them. You forgot? Exactly. It's like people disappear every day, and we instantly forget they even existed. Almost as if we forgot the place we came from, and our families, and maybe even ourselves. My name is Yoda. That's the part I still remember. Nobody else's memory is in much better shape. That's why I remember so little about myself. Everything is forgotten. Why don't you say everything backwards, Yoda? But wait, you said that I'd managed to return? That means you remembered I was here. Yes, that's why it's so important to us. We saw you leave, but you were gone before we could approach you. Listen. We can't wander around in this emptiness anymore. There's a campfire and a few sleeping bags here. A real luxury in these dark times. What do you say? Oh, of course. I'd be very grateful if we could team up. I want to restore everything. I've begun to remember the world as it was before. But there's no point to it without other people. It's too lonely without them. Remembering the world? What? I don't understand what you're talking about. I'm too exhausted. But we'd be glad if you could help us, and we'd be glad to help you. Just don't ask us to go with you. I don't know how you managed to return, but for us, leaving the group is far too dangerous. I will ask no such thing of you. For now, I just want to have a place to return to, a place where I can hear other people's voices. Fantastic. We weren't joking about helping you. All right, enough dialogue, fam. Here are the few things that survived the cataclysm and don't vanish away. Can't be forgotten. Take them. You might need them. Oh, we got a few resources for ourselves. Okay, so we got some statistics there. We can build things. Looks like the only thing we can build right now is a field kitchen. Plus 10% to the campfire's healing power unlocks the Blood Grove card. I think we should probably do that. I'm going to put it above. Right there. You know the difference between a good cook and a bad cook? The food made by a good cook is tastier. What a joke. What a freaking joke. What? You were waiting for something more elaborate? Sometimes the truth is very simple. Look, I have a cauldron, a hearth, a couple of knives, a bucket of potatoes, 3 onions, and some ham. Nothing special. Everything is very simple. But give me a few minutes and everyone in this camp will be running to my table following the tasty smell of good stew. Fantastic. Is that all we can do? I believe it is. But this is interesting though. There's like a whole network of upgrades. So this one gave us access to these two. This unlocks the rogue. We'll look at all this in time. But for now, thank you so much for watching the first episode of Loop Hero. Once again, if you like this series, leave a like. It helps the channel a lot. Let me know if you're going to pick up Loop Hero for yourself. Let me know if you need me to explain anything slower or be more clear about anything. And subscribe if you want to come back and see more. There should be a few Loop Hero episodes per week and a few Curse of the Dead Gods episodes per week. Probably 2 to 3 of each. All right. Thank you all. See ya.